Hello again, welcome back to part 2 of this developer walkthrough for Siege of Centauri. My name is Callum McCall, I am a designer on this game and I will be continuing where I left off. That was after Chiraya onto Galaholt, though my campaign progress got a little nuked. I had to use like a dev command to unlock the missions. I need to do some screenshots for marketing because this is like a few days before launch. But anyway, not to worry. I'll just put my my cores to like 8. I'll just manually use however many cores I get. You only get one. Well, actually, they're now called upgrade points. They were originally called upgrade cores. So again, forgive me for using antiquated terms. Upgrade points. So Galaholt number 9, which means I will have 8 energy cores, power cores, something upgrades. The golden stars, you know, they're good enough. Anyway, so this mission, Apollo reactor is really nice because of there's a fair bit of air units and they go for your metal refinery really early on. So I quite like that upgrade, though I tend to prefer mass fabrication, but just on this map, there isn't really good positions for these SAMs. So let's go Polar Reactor. What else do we have? We want to get definitely Binding Agent because corrosion mortars are really good. This is a huge map, so always going to be good for the corrosion mortar. Minos Cannon, I want to get the Ares Reactor for the double shot, extra damage, heavy units here. What else? Graviton Beam, very good also. This is also a really good map for the mortars, so let's get... Oh, I don't even have it. Oh yeah, I have towers I'm not supposed to have as well. Oh man, drone, but yeah, I think that's it. Okay, light mortar, let's get the shrapnel core. Maybe even secondary charge, but I don't have as many upgrade points as I think I should. Let's get colony interface for cheaper upgrades. Let's get shotguns. What was it, 8 points? How many is that? That's one more, right? So... What else? What else should I get? Maybe like a nanite payload is probably a good idea. Yeah, let's get that. The range? Oh, I don't know, man. So, let's do that. That'll do. Oh, no, beginner. No. Expert. We're not here to do a beginner playthrough. I'm not sure how interesting that would be for the viewers watching me like beat on a beginner. Say, hey guys, it's a... Oh, I didn't mute the voice. Beginner playthrough strategy guide. Come learn about how to beat the game on a beginner. Put the voice down just so I'm not talking over the voice acting. Okay, so... There's a lot of stuff here. But the thing is, so like the fact that this map is so big, it's quite misleading because you play it and you go, oh man, there's so many units. And the natural tendency is to just spam everything here. But because of how long this map actually is, you really have a lot of time. So I can just rush this wave, upgrade 1 metal refinery, maybe even 2 metal refineries, and then I will, by the time they actually get somewhere scary, then I already have a bunch of money to build turrets. You know, I mean, they might attack this one, but I think that they don't attack this point until the Reapers, because again, I'm kind of cheating and I know like every single script for every single waves because I've played every mission like a lot of times. So here, look, I'm gonna upgrade the second one, and the destructors are quite slow. The healers are a bit faster. And something interesting about this mission is that the healers aren't children of the destructor. Normally when we have destructors and healers, the healers are like following them, which means like the destructor is their parent. That's what the scripting reference is. So the fact that they're not means that the healers are rushing ahead, for better or for worse. Well, now there's masochists down here, so these ones are a lot faster, so you don't quite have as much breathing room with them. So I'm just gonna turn the volume down because I can't hear myself. So cutting it a little close here, but you know, that's cool. Extra metal income. And then I've already, because it's a huge map, I already can afford Milton. And so you know, no worries, no wuckers, as we say. What's next? Reapers, yeah. Upgrade the fission reactor. So that really is one thing to think in mind when you're playing, is you don't have to build everything immediately at the start right away on the entry point. Like, you can really take your time to think about it. Now for here, it's a little different because they go for this metal refinery. So I do want to splash them with the mortars. So let's get some mortars down here. And I have the range, the AoE upgrade, so this mortar should be pretty devastating, especially if I level them up or upgrade them to level 2. That's when they get really dangerous. Gonna upgrade that scavenger module range just to make sure I don't miss anything. And maybe we'll throw down our reinforcements just so none of them sneak through. Milton has a fair bit of health left, so that's cool. And more Reapers coming down there, so yeah, this is pretty good so far. Could even put more mortars down if I need to. I do have to make sure I start getting more Icarus SAMs here. So this is why I went for the range upgrade on the Icarus, because there really isn't a good spot within range of that metal refinery. Yeah, actually getting through. I've always, I've got a lure. This isn't really a threat, and I can just keep building more and more mortars if I need to. So yeah, here with air units, it's definitely worth getting the scavenger module upgrade because the Icarus SAMs have a lot more range, especially because of the range upgrade. You want to sort of equalize it a little bit. Maybe I should have put the scavenger module to the left so it would have reached a little further, but whatever. These are also useful because the top spawn pushes through here anyway. So having the scavenger modules in place will pay off at some point. Okay, next wave's coming from the top. So now we need to start getting some defenses up here. We'll open up with the corrosion mortar. Powerful damage over time. Upgrade that one for even more firepower. And I'll build the scavenger module a bit further behind. Like here. And looks like I need some particle lasers as well. So good way to position it. You don't want to have the scavenger module like on the corrosion mortar because the corrosion mortar does damage over time, so nothing will get killed until they run past anyway. Capacitors, yeah. So this is where I want to get shotguns. And mortars can be really good against capacitors, but also they can just miss a lot because the capacitors are super fast. The mortars aren't particularly reliable against them. Though that being said, you can keep them in place with reinforcements and other orbitals like that. Mortars are really good too against the healers. When you have that damage upgrade, then they're really good. I'm gonna need to put a Milton down here. It's actually a pretty tough wave. But the destructors are all wounded, so I want to overcharge the mortar. Yeah, let's do that. Once the heals go out of range, then they'll target the capacitors. Hey, that's pretty good. Nice. And then there's going to be a bunch of punishers. It's a very big wave too. Milton's still alive as well, so he'll soak up some damage from the punishers. Next Reapers. Nice. Oh, I need to use overcharge just for that objective, so let's use that. Okay, so the Punisher's getting cleaned up here. Overcharging that level Icarus SAM is pretty good. And then as they fly in, they'll take out Milton. It's getting low, so let's put reinforcements down just to make sure they don't do any damage to that metal refinery. Now I have a lot of metal from that, so I could even upgrade my colony again. Level 3 colony. I could get really carried away and upgrade these metal refineries. And then we get a level 3 mortar, and that's going to be pretty devastating. But the real threat is the clutch and the eradicators, because they're very tough. And I don't have much against them at the moment. Although I have orbital strike. Well, again, because I've kind of balked my campaign progress, like I shouldn't have orbital strike. A couple of these abilities I shouldn't have. I kind of wish that I just like spent the 10 minutes that it would have taken me to restart the campaign and flick through it. But I was being lazy, so don't hold it against me. Now let's. I might not be able to upgrade this level 2 Minos cannon in time, because I don't want to overcharge until it's level 2. I guess I'll be able to. I've always got, you know, Milton and Lure if I need it. What's this? Oh, these are the eradicators. Okay, these are quite tough. I don't have anything down here. So let's get a... Wait, I don't have a Nova cannon? Whoops. Alright, well that's gonna make my life a little tricky. Should be alright though. I'll get a bunch of pulse cannons up here. If I had a Nova cannon, I would build like a Nova and some Minos cannons somewhere. Yeah, that's fine. They got so much money from these metal refineries. And all this, the scavenger modules too. They can get level 3 stuff, so that'll be able to clean them up. What's next? Martyrs. Well, dealing with martyrs without Nova cannons is difficult. If you have enough pulse cannons, it can be okay too. Oh, I'll get one down here. But also, you can clean them up with a lure pretty easily, because lure does one-shot them. So that's like a really good counter. Probably even better than Milton. Or at least, you know, for the cost and for the fact that Milton is a bit more valuable. So that's a pro tip. Lure against martyrs, and scarabs too. They're both very, very strong. So I think I'll try to kill all of these with pulse cannons, and then this one I'll probably just kill with lure / Milton. Should be able to clean this up pretty easily with these level 3 pulse cannons. Alright, let's put a lure down here. And that should get rid of most of them. Oh, there's more of them? Jeez. Oh well, I got plenty of energy. Yeah, they got all of them there. Let's upgrade this. And there's capacitors too. Yeah, easy. They'll probably sneak through, but I can cool the Milton down in my HQ if I need it. My colony. It's actually a pretty long cooldown on lure. Oh, I haven't used my overcharge objective, so let's just overcharge that. That'll help against the martyrs. Overcharge another one. And let's put another lure down to clean these up. We do with normals, yeah. Massacres. Goodbye. Yeah, those drone bays will clean up very easily. Here we go. Easy. So at this point in the campaign, the players, new players probably aren't, oops, overcharged, probably aren't like in the habit of upgrading the colony, or at least not as early as this. So, because like I've watched a few people play it for the first time, and they kind of forget to upgrade their economy buildings. But when you get in the habit of it, it makes a pretty big difference, especially on a map like this, because you have double metal refineries. You get so much more income, and it's a big map, and so you have a fair bit of leeway to have towers, not have towers in the early game anyway. Okay, so mission number 10, Lacunae, and now we have one more upgrade point. So we'll definitely want the flax. So let's get rid of the polar reactor. Let's put the Nova on, because I should have had that on before. I guess that's actually a good showcase about the balance of this game, though, is there really is multiple ways of countering things. So with the martyrs, the Nova is the ultimate hard counter, because it decimates all of their shields. It gets rid of all their shields in a wide area, and then you can finish them off with anything really. You know, gun turrets, lightning towers, light mortars. But there are other ways. You can also spam pulse cannons. You can use lure. I mean, Milton will sort of do it too. So you don't have to use the one thing, and that's quite representative of the other units and the other counter systems that we have in place. It isn't just rock, paper, scissors, X counters Y. It's more like, here's a bunch of tools that you can use to counter a bunch of things, depending on how you place them, what upgrades you have, and your overall strategy and how that meshes together. So I'm really proud of the way that our counter system has evolved. And it hasn't always been that case. For a while, there was certainly some things that were like, you only have one way that you can actually counter this unit, and that wasn't fun. So we definitely made sure that wasn't the case. Okay, so what do I do here? There's a lot of sparrows on this map, so any of these upgrades are good. Shotguns are going to be good. Let's get piercing shells. What don't I need? Man, have I already used my upgrade points? I guess I don't really need that. And that'll be enough, right? Maybe I'll get rid of the shrapnel core and I'll get arc projector chain lightning, because they're a bit better against capacitors. Yeah, let's do that. Although, I kind of want to go hardcore into arc projectors, so let's do it. So the arc projectors can attack air with one of those upgrades, which is quite helpful against the sparrows. And if you upgrade them, they get heaps of range, so they're really good. And also, they're really good when you overcharge them. So yeah, let's put one of those down. Might need another particle laser down here. Or another 2/3 or 4. The point is, a lot of particle lasers is what I need. Yeah, so because this map's really small, I didn't want to rush my colony 2 immediately. Although I will probably get it now. Because I've already got flak here, so this next wave of sparrows I should be able to deal with pretty easily. So let's rush them. Let's get my colony level 2. And then I can put a reinforcements down just so the flak doesn't... the buildings don't take damage, rather. Yeah, I'll upgrade this falcon. I'll just put it on there. Okay, this is a Reaper wave, so let's get a arc projector. Although I don't have a scavenger module up the front, so I'll get one of those once that arc projector goes down. capacitors. I really want to have a level 2, if I can. Let's upgrade this. Because I've already got the particle lasers, so this destructor wave isn't a threat to me. What I actually want is that level 2 arc projector. Look at that range. And then I can call them Milton down if need be. Yeah, let's put them down. Let's upgrade this, get the objective, get the bonus metal. Oh, they have healers too. More sparrows. Oh, oh, there's a lot of sparrows now. I think that passive wave activates at wave 7, so that they chill there for like the first 6 waves doing nothing, and then they get activated. This next wave, it's eradicators. Okay, let's get Minos cannon. Capacitors and sparrows. This is a pretty simple mission in terms of there isn't many enemy types. There's just a lot of things, or there will be a lot of things. Level 2 Minos cannon, if I overcharge that, then no worries at all. Although I kind of want to put a lure down. With the capacitors, yeah, they'll attack that. The lure in front of the arc projector would have been better, but then, here we go, then the eradicators would have blown it up pretty fast. Okay, level 2 Minos cannon overcharged. That's good. Let's get another one up here. And I definitely need more of these flaks. And to pick up the stragglers, we'll get some gun turrets. They'll also attack the aircraft if they get too close. Yep. These sparrows aren't lasting very long. Those flaks are really cheap. They're only 30 metal. It's easy to underestimate how many flaks you actually need. But they're so cheap that you really can't just spam them. Nice. Okay, next one is Ascent. So this one, there's 1.5 million scarabs. So for scarabs, you definitely want to get Contagious Virus. That is so good. And then you also want to get these upgrades, the secondary charge and the shrapnel core. No, I have one more, don't I? So what else is there? Night payload? Yeah, that's all I need. Although shotguns would be nice. But I need the flak upgrade. I don't actually need the Minos cannon here. I can get rid of that upgrade. Falcon anti-air. You know, maybe I don't even need the shotguns. Yeah, let's just get the efficient assembly. Okay, let's do it. I love this mission because it has like such a cool cinematic opening. My volume, yeah, I don't know why that's low. This like epic kind of intro thing. Upgrade that again. Let's rush my metal. Let's rush that. So because I have these free falcons, that makes it a little easy for me. to like put these down. Get a scavenger module there. Get one up there. So with the scarabs, they clump up like really tight. But the contagious virus upgrade is super good. And they have a lot of health as well. So you actually want something that has good single target damage. Like, if you can get both. So, like the Minos Cannon and Volatile upgrade's pretty good too. But also just building a million mortars works very nicely also. So let's do that. Upgrade the scavenger module. I'll probably need more flax too. So let's get like more flax down here. So let's upgrade and overcharge one of these mortars. This is also where Lure is really good. That overcharged level 2 mortar kind of just cleans up. And eventually you'll see the contagious virus should start spreading. Although it may not get the chance, because that mortar's doing so much work. Actually, I think the level 2 corrosion mortar's kind of pointless here, because it one-shots them anyway. Yeah, let's just get more and more of these mortars. More mortars. Say that 10 times. More mortars, more mortars, more mortars, more mortars. Tongue twister. Well, not tongue twister. There must be a word for that. Anyway. What's the next destructor? Well, that's why it's handy to have the level 2 mortar. Here we go. That's contagious virus. Oh, they're out of range of the scavenger modules though. That's a shame. Oh man, so much money wasted. That is, of course, the downside of corrosion mortars. It can be hard to get scavenger modules in range. It kind of is now. Destructors still, so we'll get some particle lasers. May need to use some abilities here. These scarabs actually have a lot of damage, so like they go through reinforcements pretty fast. A lot of that's been thinned out, like, so they're not dying immediately. But, oh yeah, I need to upgrade these. The reason why Milton disable is there is like an objective not to use is because otherwise the mission would be kind of easy if you could just use Milton, or at least easier. But then again, they have a lot of damage that they will take him out. He won't last like forever. Oh, I don't have the scavenger module here, do I? Okay, nice. I should be okay now. What are these, more medics? Is that one scarab? I think I don't have the shotgun, which means that I can kill him with a gun turret. Yeah, nice. Having the shotguns gets rid of the air attack. Seriously, though, there's like 2 scarabs left. So upgrading particle lasers is nice against mass healers, because when you upgrade them, it also reduces their cooldown. Which is what you really want against things like this, is just a lot less cooldown. Of course, it also increases their damage and their slow rate if you have that upgrade. So there's actually a fair bit of them here. Healers, on the other hand, they have low damage, so you can stall them for a pretty long time with reinforcements. And then they clump up those mortars, which is very nice. If I could get a level 3 mortar overcharge, that would be tasty. But right now I need more flax. You can also do this with a lot of arc projectors. If you have chain lightning. Chain lightning is very important against like heavy frigates. So they got through anyway, so I got more. Oh, I got level 3? Sweet. Level 3 heavy mortar. Put them down, just to soak up damage. And let's overcharge this level 3 mortar. And that AoE should be massive. Oh man. Oh, beautiful. Oh, glorious. Oh man. Oh, that is so good. Not even close. Being slightly out of range, let's upgrade that. So now my threat is these destructor waves. With corrosion mortars, level 3 particle lasers, they should be okay, holding them off. Maybe I'll overcharge one of those. Overcharge is just so good. Yeah, let's just overcharge this particle laser. And it fires like pretty much instantly after it has its main volley. So overcharging a particle laser isn't as good as overcharging a Minos cannon, because what overcharge does specifically is it reduces the cooldown by, like it times the cooldown by, 0.8 or something, 0.2. It attacks 4 times as frequently, so maths aside, you know what I mean. But the way that towers work is there's a few fields that determine like how it attacks. So the Minos cannon, it has a cooldown of, by default, 6 seconds, and it fires it fires one shot like instantly. And so when you overcharge that Minos cannon, it attacks 4 times as fast, and thus it's 4 times as efficient. But when you overcharge a particle laser, it doesn't quite work as efficiently because it has like a duration. You'll see it when it attacks something big, like an eradicator. It fires for about 2.5 or 3 seconds. That's its duration. And then after the duration has finished, then you have the cooldown to reset that attack, and that cooldown is like 2 or 3 seconds depending on the tower level. And so if you're firing at really light things like medics where you're killing them pretty much instantly, then overcharging is especially nice. But if you're shooting at really heavy things like dreadnoughts or heavy cruisers, you're not actually you are using your entire duration. And so like you're still firing for a duration of 3 seconds and then having a near instant reload. So all of that to say that, yeah, not all towers scale necessarily with overcharge in the same way, but it's generally going to be good regardless. Okay, so third loss. So this one is a bit more of a puzzle mission to an extent. Like it's quite a short mission. It's quite a small map too, and it introduces a funny little mechanic. For this one though, I definitely want the ion cannon because there's a lot of shielded units, and these are heavily shielded units. And this is where the ion cannon is unlocked. So let's get rid of the anti-air. We don't need that. Let's get an ion disruptor. Let's get all kinds of goodness. Let's get a polar reactor. Let's get defense scrambling. Let's get rid of the mortars. That won't be useful at all. Let's get Ares reactor, violent overload. I have one more point. Let's get a polar reactor. Yeah, that's all I need. Okay, let's do it. So the puzzle in this mission is kind of spoiled. The Harridan, native life forms of Centauri, aggressive if provoked. These spiders, they're just here chilling. They're just here to hang out and do spider things. If I drop turrets and attack them, I can actually show you. If I like, die spiders, because I'm an Australian and killing spiders is something that I'm very proficient at. Then they get all mad. These spiders are looking very angry. Maybe we should have left them alone. Yeah, and now they're mad, and they're gonna come attack my colony. And then I have to deal with all these spiders, and also now there's a bunch of units coming to murder me. So you basically just lose. So like, you really can't attack the spiders, and it makes it kind of obvious, you know, like the dialogue that says, maybe we shouldn't have attacked the spiders. It's kind of makes it obvious. Like, ultimately, Siege of Centauri isn't a puzzle game. It's like a strategy game slash, you know, epic mayhem pew pew kind of game. So we wanted to have some mission variety. Like, we didn't want all missions to be the same. We wanted to have some kind of fun little puzzle-ish missions, but we didn't want to make them require you to like try it 20 times and really work out what is the solution. So I guess this is kind of an example where we hold the player's hand, but we do it in a way where it makes sense, because this isn't a puzzle game, it's a tower defense game. So anyway. Okay, so now let's get some stuff. Let's get a corrosion mortar. Let us get a scavenger module, and we'll get a few particle lasers. And by a few, I mean a million. This is a mission where upgrading the colony is not really good. Although I say that, getting a level 2 corrosion module would be nice. Hopefully, actually they might even kill this outside of the scavenger module. I think this position was kind of bad. Yeah. That was definitely out of range. This one will probably get it though. Yeah, okay. Oh, maybe not though. Yeah, I think that one was out of range too. Whoops. Well, anyway. Now they're in range. So now I really want the ion. We should use the ion disruptor. He is correct. Wait, did I not? Here it is. Whew. Now, with ion disruptors, you want to put them a little bit ahead, because you want the ion disruptor to already have fired a whole bunch before your other towers are within range. Like, you don't want to put it behind, because that's just kind of wasting, because then the particle lasers are firing at the shields. So then look at this one here. By the time it actually gets within range of my particle lasers, the shields are already at, you know, basically none, because the corrosion's still damaging it. And that's going to be disaster out of range as well. Oh my god. Let's just get that one. So this eradicator gives me, I think it was like 20 metal. So if I kill 3 eradicators, I've already paid off that. This is a little bit harder. I really want a Venus Cannon overcharged. Overcharging ion disruptors can be pretty good too, but you know, I really want Venus Cannon overcharged. I may have to use reinforcements, or maybe I can save for Milton. They got no shield, so Milton can actually kill them, you know, decently fast. Let's get a Venus Cannon. Let's call down a Milton out of range and move him down. So at least that was in the range on the side. Anyway, I can't overcharge the Venus Cannon because of those nullifiers. So maybe I'll just get more towers here. What do we got? Oh, and these massive fleets are kind of tough as well. Yeah, let's just get more particle lasers. So these masochist elites, they actually have more health than the regular masochists. So killing them with particle lasers is quite nice, because they're quite tough. So like gun turrets take longer, arc projectors are pretty bad against them. So yeah, particle lasers are all you really need. That's why there's only a few of them. This is also the only mission where we actually ever use these elites. We originally, we were using them on more missions, but we We thought it would be kind of frustrating because you can't visually tell that they're different, that the model is identical to a regular masochist. And so we didn't want to like mislead players into thinking that they can counter them with arc projectors, but then they actually can't. So we kind of got rid of them for the most part. Though they're in this mission, part of the reason why though is because you only have 5 waves. Like you really can notice, oh, the masochist elites, and there's only a handful of them anyway, and so it's just something kind of a bit more flavor. It's like, oh look, a new unit. That's kind of not a new unit, but you know, whatever. Anyway, so that mission, yeah, once you know how to do it, like you're gonna have to use the ion cannon as well, like because it introduces the ion disruptor. Generally, when we introduce a new tower, it's a map that's really good for that new tower. So like, actually on Ascent, I didn't use a gravity well, but like that's a really good spot for a gravity well because you overcharge a level 2 mortar, and then everything is slowed down with a gravity channeler, they're called now. Yeah, they used to be gravity wells. Same with these ion disruptors. They used to be ion cannons. So again, bear with me using older names. Okay, Epicurus. This is a map that's changed a lot. So for this map, this is the only time ever where I will actually use repair drones. This is a good map for them, and you'll see why. But generally, I don't like that upgrade. Now, we don't need flax, but we do need SAMs. We do want all kinds of goodness. We want mass fabrication. Man, I'm losing track of my upgrade points. 12. Okay, I have 12. So that's... I have one too many upgrade points. Let's get rid of Polar Reactor. It's a pretty bad upgrade, actually. Because you're increasing the range, but it really doesn't matter. Because it's a damage over time tower. So, like, there are some times in where it's useful, but yeah, generally it's... I mean, sometimes it makes the difference between the tower getting an extra shot or not. But yeah, I don't know. It's definitely the worst of the 3. But then again, Contagious Virus is... That's only really useful when you're dealing with heavy frigates like healers or scarabs. On this mission that I am. But then again, if you're dealing with those kind of units, you can just spam mortars if you have secondary charge, because that makes a huge difference. Anyway, let's get... I don't want to rely on pulse cannons because there's also clutch of eggs. So let's not use pulse cannons. I haven't unlocked the amplifier yet. Man. It's always so hard. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go full... Well, not full. I'll get mass fabrication. Bolstered Reserves is a really good upgrade, though. That's actually so good. Because then you just spam reinforcements, and they last for a long time when there's twice as many of them. Oh, I have this still, don't I? Yeah, I have that. My Minos Cannon's upgraded. Violent Overload is good against the clutch because it kills the eggs inside of them. I need to get rid of one of my upgrade points. Yeah, I can get rid of colony interface, whatever. I don't have like any splash though, or like upgraded splash. So let's get rid of... Yeah, alright. Let's get rid of these two and we'll go mortars again, because I love mortars. I kind of think the arc projector maybe needs to be a little stronger. I don't know. I just find it hard a lot of the time to justify arc projectors. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so So this map, yeah, the colony has taken damage. It has 400 health out of 5,000. So it immediately dies to anything. Especially because this map has air units. You have a little bit of breathing room because you have the fusion reactor that they aggro first. But if air units sneak through, and especially because they drop units down and they attack your colony, it's like really brutal. So getting repair drones, it can be a really good idea. They spawn from there at the start, so this is the aggro range, so you actually have a fair bit of time where you can like aggro them while repairing them. But I'm gonna start, I actually have a fair bit of mill, don't I? Yeah, I'm gonna start down here with a scavenger module. I'm gonna go Nova Cannon, I'm gonna go corrosion mortar. I'm gonna put down just one of these now at the start so I can get that healing. And maybe a Minos cannon. Well, actually, well, that's... I'm thinking about this wave too much, the Eradicator wave. For these masochists, I don't even have gun turret upgrades either. So you know what? I'm just gonna go drone bay. The problem with drones is you don't get the salvage from like when they're blowing up things out of range. So you got to be careful with that. Which is why, you know, shotguns may be better here. But shotguns kind of require 2 cores to make use of. Anyway, this thing's healing up. I don't have level 2 colony, so I can't get economy upgrades. Yeah, this is why I wanted to have all the Nova and the Minos cannon and the corrosion mortar. You know, now they're poo-pooing stuff. I can put a Milton down here, so that's actually pretty good. Just reinforcements for now. Just keep them within scavenger module range. And then the Nova Cannon can get rid of the shields. The drone bay will clean up the martyrs. Let's get an ion cannon too. Although these masochists are occupying those drones for some time. I think they're the other drones from this other outpost, drone bay. Okay, come on drones. You have things to murder. Here we go. Drones, come murder things. The shields are all down. What's this? This is a Reaper flock. So getting a mortar would be nice. And then I will upgrade my colony. I will get a level 2 mortar, because that'll really help. Oh, I had the violent overload upgrade, that's right. So that Minos cannon was doing some good damage against those heavy frigates. Colonies actually, yeah, getting repaired up. It's pretty slow, but you know, by the time the air units, by the time anything actually gets within range, you'll be fine. Totally forgot about these air units. What I might do is upgrade this and overcharge it. Got plenty of energy. Well, upgrade this too. Make sure I don't waste. Never mind. Okay, what is this? This is destructors. For this, I definitely want a corrosion mortar. I'll get stuff over here. That's a good spot for them. Upgrade that. We'll get cleaned up with that level 2 mortar. Yeah, nice damage. We got level 2 particle laser. That would be nice. So especially because they're already low, what I really want is just that cooldown to just finish them off. What's next? Clutch of eggs. Might need more though. Yeah, I'm a little. Oh, I actually have these. Oh, I have the. I forgot about these battery cells, and I have to kill 500. Man, that's gonna be hard because the fact that I have all these towers here is kind of preventing the Reapers from actually getting within range of the power cell. Oh. So this is where it's useful to have a colony that has more than 400 health, because then these units, if they get through, they won't just destroy it immediately. Let's get corrosion water here. Start weakening those clutches, pluralize. Man, the drones will start getting within range pretty soon as well. I'll just put some reinforcements down to buy some time. That's their aggro range. They will fly the entire map. They will chase units down relentlessly, but that's their aggro range. Maybe I can blow that power cell up, but I don't really need to. It's already doing some nice damage. One of those. Yeah, I definitely don't want to let those disruptors do damage. Let's put another lure down, and that'll stay there too. So even if they don't kill it, which they will, damn. I was hoping they'd survive, so then it'll stay there for the next wave of units, because the lures do not time out, which is one of their strengths. Okay, I've got an ion cannon. I've got a Minos cannon. Pretty good where I am. Oh, I haven't upgraded my buildings. Oops. Let's upgrade these. Maybe a bit late now, but whatever. I just feel like if I haven't upgraded my economy buildings, then I'm just failing myself and everyone who's relying upon me. It's just like it's a Pyrrhic victory. Let's overcharge this before it gets within range of the jamming. What's next? Scarabs. Yeah, I probably won't get this power cell objective. Man. I have to overcharge that. I'm going to put a Minos cannon over here so I can overcharge before they get within range for the nullification. But at least they're all pretty wounded. The corrosion mortar's been wounding the clutch of eggs. The ion cannon's been removing the shields, so that won't be hard to finish off. And we'll start getting a corrosion mortar for the scarabs. I don't even need to overcharge because they're really low. You know what? I'm gonna do it anyway. Got plenty of energy. Yeah, look at that! Contagious virus. Oh, it's so good against scarabs. That is beautiful. And you get so much scavenge from that too. Beautiful. Then again, if I didn't do that, I could have got the energy cell bonus objective. So again, perhaps not the best thing. Let's upgrade that. Okay, well I need a lot of anti-air because this next wave is really tough. Did I upgrade my level 3 colony? I didn't, did I? No, that's a shame. Overcharged level 3 Icarus Sam is quite nice. But I don't have that, so I will have to be happy with just a lot of level 2s. It's power cell if I need it. Yeah, take that. Yeah, I got one. I got two. Destroyed 2 enemies with energy cells. That's the best that I'll have to do. We'll upgrade these. Let's rush it now. And I'll put Milton down. Well, there's a lot of stuff there. Let's just put a lure there. Oh man, it's gonna get so many kills. Nice. Again, they're very clumped up around the corners. So that's where you want to put, you know, mortars, lure, Milton, those, find those choke points. That's where you get really good kills. It's so tough. I do have disruption beam, which I can use. It is a nice way of dealing with these, like heavy aircraft. Oh man. Yeah, I forgot about that. This is a really hard way to kill. Jeez. That's why we give you a lot of time, I suppose. Milton's here, so that's no worries. And there's an energy cell here. Die. Die, transport. Aha. Oh, I need to put maybe some towers down here. Die, Destructor. What's left? Oh, there's more scarabs. Aha! 12 out of 500. That's not bad. I'm almost there. Man, this video's been going for a while. 1 star feels bad, man. What's next? Siarco. Yeah, see, the missions start going for a bit longer now. As you get through more of the campaign, the missions, you get more waves. What's this, like, probably 12 waves? Yeah, there's a fair bit there, so... Like, I'm already, like, more than halfway through. Or I'm halfway through, but it kind of... In terms of total playtime, that's not actually the case. Anyway, that's going to wrap part 2 up. I'm going to keep doing part 3 right now, actually, because I'm having a bunch of fun. And yes, so if you've enjoyed this video, then the link for the Steam page is in the description, so you can pick up your copy of Siege of Centauri. Hopefully you enjoy it. It's been such a cool game to work on. And for now, I will see you next time. Cheers.